Hello Internet, I'm Jackie Fox and I think we need to have a serious talk about pornography, socialism, and the hidden economics of the Internet.
She's the boss.
Some of these performers go on to become highly paid professional porn stars, but they don't have to go the amateur route anymore. They can come in with leverage. But wait, is this really what it would take to own the means of production when it comes to making homemade porn? Sure, you may own the means of production in a literal sense. You have the camera to film, the computer and software to edit. But it's important to note that Marx's writing is set in the context of the Industrial Revolution, while the economics of porn isn't like the economics of an industrial factory. Your porn video isn't even so much of a product as it is a raw material, and you need a platform to convert that raw material into money. This is the process of turning porn into money. MindGeek, a company so staggeringly large that they actually host some of my videos, is the largest of these companies by far. They own most of the big porn sites, including Pornhub, even if all the amateur porn stars came together and set up a collectively owned and democratically operated platform of and for the cam girls, cam guys, and cambies. There is another layer to independently owning the means that turn your porn into money. See, you still wouldn't own the internet.
Bill Gates even referred to open source projects as a new form of communism.
By now you may have noticed that even if I didn't have some videos hosted by MindGeek, this would still apply to me, and likely applies to you in some way as well. When we make money online, we will end up paying rent to Google, Amazon, or both, in addition to the fees of a lot of online media hosting platforms like Vimeo or SoundCloud. Until we collectively own the internet real estate as well as our own online distribution platforms, we don't really own the means of production, even though making money like this makes us feel like independent petite bourgeoisie business owners. But we aren't really as independent as we think because we're still in effect working in a virtual Google or Amazon-owned factory that's invisible to us. The good news is that the desire for a more open-sourced internet is absolutely alive and well, and there's a lot of online companies and platforms shamelessly profiting from the use of open-source software.
Much of the software that powers the world's largest companies, protects our personal data, or encrypts national security information, is open to the public. Anyone can download the source code behind Facebook's user interface, Google's Android operating system, or even Goldman Sachs' data modeling program, and use it as a building block for a totally new project. What's more, lots of the software is actually developed collaboratively, created and maintained by an army of thousands, from unpaid volunteers to employees at competing tech companies.
There's also the potential that this could make creating our own community-owned and operated platform pretty easy, and in such a way as to be both very adaptable and quite professional as well. There's also the issue of replacing Google and Amazon by supplanting their servers and web services with a community-sourced alternative. This might all sound complex, and it is, but to me, it's more true to what the internet should be. There are several platforms and distributed servers in operation to host different things, but one that stands out to me as a great example of everything I'm talking about here is PeerTube. PeerTube was created by a web developer known as Chocoboz as an peer-to-peer alternative to YouTube, utilizing the WebTorrent protocol to share videos and the ActivityPub protocol in order to allow decentralization and make it more resilient against censorship. Chocoboz was contacted in 2017 by Framasoft, which had a campaign called Contributopia, the goal of which was to create alternatives to centralized platforms. In order to support him and his work, notably on improving the design and usability, Framasoft hired Chocoboz. Each PeerTube instance provides a website to browse and watch videos, and is by default independent from others in terms of appearance, features, and rules. Several instances with common rules, like allowing for similar content requiring registration, can form federations.
PeerTube instances can sync together. When MeowTube chooses to sync with DocTube, all of DocTube videos can be watched on MeowTube. The video files stays on DocTube server while being streamed seamlessly to MeowTube. This federation approach creates a video network with shared video catalog without paying for more disk space. This is the base of the web.
even if each video is stored only by the instance that published it. Federations are independent from each other and asymmetrical. One instance can follow another to display their videos without them having to do the same. Instances administrators can choose to mirror individual videos or whole friend instances, creating an incentive to build communities of shared bandwidth. The system works via a federation of instances run by independent entities. Each PeerTube server can host any number of videos by itself, and can additionally federate with other servers to let users watch their videos in the same interface. This federation permits collectively hosting a large number of videos in a unified platform, without having to build an infrastructure comparable to those of the web giants. Each server is operated by and stays under the sole administration of a distinct entity. I don't know if I'm ready to move over to PeerTube exclusively yet, but I think I'll make my own instance and host some videos there that have been censored by other platforms, because I have so many of them. Also, I think that I'll donate some money to help crowdfund their efforts. And if this idea sounds like the socialist future of YouTube, then maybe you can chip in $5 yourself. I want to say a very special thank you to everyone who has made it to the end of this video, and as YouTube obligates me to, I have to remind you that if you like this video, smash the like button and subscribe and do all that social stuff, because it really helps the channel grow. If you want to support the channel in other ways, like Real Progressives or these other Foxy patrons do, you can always donate at Patreon or make a one-time donation at Ko-fi, and help me afford to take the time out to do the work and do the research and keep making content like this, while also being able to keep it commercial free. Thanks so much to everyone who supports this channel. I wouldn't want to do it without you all.